Peace and blessings, family. This is Dr. LadiHnH coming at you with Goddess Awakening TV, Four Corners, Visions Performing Arts Company, Premier Jewelry. What else do I got? You need me to braid your hair, whatever. But no, I am doing this video because I want to address the lack of support and this uproar, this unnecessary uproar for girls who run the world. This Beyonce video, this Beyonce song. I am not doing a video for Beyonce. I'm not doing it for this song. I am doing it to address a very obvious, hypocritical idea that has been thrust into community that needs to be very much approached. Okay, first of all, if you do not understand that divine femininity is beginning to align, and there is an awakening that is happening among sisters, where finally there is a true sacred sisterhood again. Okay, and I think that if you've been watching me or listening to Goddess Awakening, I have been saying this for the past 2 years. Y'all are out your mind if you think that the sisterhood is not really in full effect. You are out your mind, because I get along with almost every sister that I know. The few sisters that I don't get along with on a personal level, I still very much respect. And if you think that the sisterhood is not happening, and that divine femininity is not being aligned, and that the Goddess Awakening is not a worldwide thing that's happening, you are quite out the loop. Okay? To be upset because women are being comfortable and who they are not only shows there is a lack of your own comfort, but it also shows that there is a lack of support fully, and that there are some things that you are still very much caveman-ish in, whether you're a woman, whether you're a man. Okay, when it comes to who we are as women, there is absolutely nothing wrong, nothing, with us being comfortable in our sexuality, with us being comfortable in our ability to take care of business, with us being comfortable. There is nothing wrong with that. Am I promoting that women need to be doing anything on that, particularly when it comes to raising children and raising a family? Should they be doing it on their own? No, I'm not promoting that. What I am saying, though, is that it is unrealistic for anyone to be so consumed with what someone else is doing that they are not ensuring that they are taking care of their own business. So my main thing to say is to brothers, if you have such a problem with sisters saying we're comfortable in who we are, whether or not you want to be a part of any process that's happening, I'm still going to stay on path of what I need to do. I strongly suggest you go back to your own drawing board and make sure that your stuff is together. It would be very much justified if collectively women were not doing things to make sure that things were happening. Now, I'm not going into saying that we are not supposed to be balanced. I am not promoting that. What I am promoting is that sisters be 110% comfortable in all of their skin. Sisters not be apologetic for their strength. Sisters not be apologetic for being comfortable with their sexuality. Sisters not being apologetic for having to belittle who they are to make someone else comfortable. That is what I am promoting. If your manhood is threatened because I can fully embrace who I am as a woman, then you probably need to do some checking of self. Okay, if you're upset because I can say, who run the world? Girls. If you're really mad about that, let me tell you something. If you've been listening to Goddess Awakening, if you have listened to the show, watch my YouTubes, I have forever said that the healing of the community lies in the woman's hands. We are the first teachers. We are the first. And the moment we register this into our heads, and the moment that brothers come and say, you know what, we're going to protect that for you. We're going to provide that for you because it is on our shoulders. You can't blame the sisters and say that it's the sisters' fault that we're raising our children. And then when we say, you know what, it is our fault. So we're going to come and correct it, and we're going to embrace and be empowered by what that means. Because if we are to blame, that means we are to fix. Aha. That means that there is balance to that. Okay, and sisters collectively, I know too many sisters who have said, I take full responsibility. I take responsibility for being attracted to the gangsters. I take responsibility for playing into all of that nonsense. And now I'm taking my responsibility and I'm holding myself accountable and recognizing the power that I have. So I'm going to do what? Fix it. Duh. I can't even believe that people are getting mad because sisters are saying we run the world. You are out your mind. Name one. Any brother. If you can name me a brother, seriously, who's not gay, who's doing anything to provide, to protect, if he is only protecting himself and he's not gay, and he's not doing it to ensure he has a goddess next to him to really get balance and really get harmony. If you can name me one brother who is doing this without the influence of the woman, I'll give you my next 5 readings. I'll give you the payment of my next 5 readings. Fine. Not at all am I a feminist. Not at all am I saying that there is not a such thing as balance and harmony, particularly to our women who have children, myself included. I'm in that boat. I'm not at all saying that. But if you are uncomfortable, because I can say, you know what, at the end of the day, if I don't respond to the gangster stuff will cease. That's running the world, love. If I allow I allow disrespect. It's not a matter of me constantly being disrespected. I allow disrespect because I have been conditioned that I have to hush my mouth when someone disrespects me. Now, if I begin to embrace what it means to be a woman, to embrace the position that I have as a woman, and then I begin to say, hold on, Charlie, slow your roll. You're not going to disrespect me. Guess what? The disrespect ceases. Yes, we do have that type of power. Do not belittle that. There is a such thing as balance. Now, let me tell you something. When women say we run the world, we are so such nurturers. We are the first teachers. We are the first nurturers. We do all of everything first for the next generation. We bear you. You hear our voices first. All of that good stuff, okay? So when we do this as a balanced woman, we are not going, there's no such thing as us downplaying and putting men in slavery and raping men. We don't have to do that because we understand balance. We naturally, it's innate in us when we are in our true balanced natural self. We are naturally going to make sure that everyone is taken care of. See, that selfishness is not something that is naturally, I'm saying natural, not what is taught, naturally what is in a sister. So when we are in the position of saying we run the world, we're comfortable, our brothers are protecting that, our brothers are understanding that, they're not threatened by that, they understand their role, we understand our role. Guess what? That is true harmony. And if you want to challenge me on that, Let us look at the societies that we are living in right now. This is a patriarchal society, and when men are doing it, that is where the selfishness is coming from. That is where all of that stuff is coming from. So how dare anybody, and what's so crazy is that sometimes sisters be more patriarchal than the men. I'm sorry, hey, for whatever reason, sometimes sisters be like, no, I can't do nothing without a man. Cool. Then you need to just go ahead and keep being in that subservient role. For the most part, there is an awakening that is happening universally. The goddess energy is beginning to align itself, and brothers, there is no need for you to be threatened, boo-boo, because sisters naturally take care of everything. It is in our innate nature to make sure that you, children, fellow sisters, are taken care of. That is why we should be empowering ourselves. This is why, because the formula that we've been using, that ain't working. That ain't working. And I'm going to tell you this too. We have to take full responsibility. Again, if it is our fault, the state of the community, there's so many these brothers who are complaining about all of this empowerment and blah, 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 blah. You're disillusioning yourself. All these brothers who are complaining about that are the same brothers who want to complain and say that it's sister's fault of the state of the community. Well, which one is it? Okay, so I'm going to say this. There is an enormous amount of beautiful sisterhoods that are happening. Okay, beautiful sisterhoods that are happening. And if you are that threatened by sisters coming together, brothers, I ask you, please go back to your own drawing board. Just focus on you being the provider, being the protector, being whatever role you choose you want to be. Just focus on you. Because in the meantime, while I don't know what world you're living in, but for me, all I know is great sisters. For me, all I know, I don't even have to like you, but I at least respect what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I know too many wonderful sisters where the alignment of sisterhood is happening in such a beautiful, beautiful ways. You see, where all we can do is say, you know what? Sisters, it is time. We're going to celebrate this. We need our brothers at the forefront. Big ups to wonderful, wonderful, wonderful men who are not threatened by sisters finally taking taking full responsibility. Okay, if it's our fault, let us fix it. Let us fix it. Because obviously, whatever has been trying to fix it just didn't work. So maybe we should try a new formula. And I'm not holding on to nothing. If you understand karma, reciprocity, spiritual alignment, universal spirit, whatever it is that you want to believe, if you understand truly what the spirit realm is doing, you have to let go of some other stuff and start doing things different for a change. And one of the different things is, sisters, we must be comfortable in all aspects of our femininity and exactly who we are, coming together, aligning, and not being afraid to say we do run the world, because if our influence wasn't there, what would these brothers be doing? And the only thing I can say is that if you're not influenced by the woman, then are you gay? I mean, really, which I don't even have a problem with that. I don't. But don't sit up here dogging out femininity. Don't sit up here dogging out sisterhood. And for sure, do not complain, because we are recognizing the power that really is there. Okay? Everything happens in due time. And for the sisters who do not agree with me, by all means, like I said, this ain't for you. I'm talking to the sisters who are not afraid to say, I love being a woman. Nothing about being a woman is belittling about. Nothing makes me feel inferior. Nothing makes me, I am not threatened. I'm not, none of that stuff, because I understand who I am and what my being is and how crucial and beautiful it is for me to align with my sisters. Yes, girls, we run the world, and we should not be afraid to say that, because it is a great responsibility, and somebody has got to take the responsibility. And who better than the first teacher, the first nurturer, and the bearer of life? Who better? I love y'all. This is Goddess Awakening, Dr. Lady Osset. Hit me up on Facebook. Mwah.